Okay, never tried it this way before. I do not have the camera turned around so I can also see the screen, so I'm just looking at the back of my phone, hoping this comes out. So, welcome back, Bumble Jeepers. I'm not in the garage today to work on the Bumble Jeep. I'm hoping at some point in the next couple of days I do get to do some work on the Bumble Jeep. Not sure what it's going to be. I may be mounting the gas props on the hood. Who knows? I may be pulling some panels off and getting some jams painted, putting some color on it. I don't know. At this point, no promises. So what we are going to do today is I'm going to do like an update on my toolbox and Kobalt tool review, if you will, for the most part. So let's go over here to the Kobalt toolbox and show you some things. So I'm going to turn it around now and point it at what I want you guys to see besides me. So here you go. So this is the old box, Snap-on Bicentennial Edition. As you can see, I still have a lot of stuff in the top of this box. Nothing I particularly want to move over into the new box. These are older sockets, not that there's anything wrong with them. I'm just kind of, updating and upgrading a lot of my stuff. Now, something you might notice on the front of this box, every compartment is labeled as to what is in the drawer. Was in the drawer. See, so this was 1/4-inch drive on this side, 3/8 drive on this side. Oh, look, I found my tool to remove the drawers from this box. So all the drawers are labeled: screwdriver, SAE wrenches, hammers, and miscellaneous. And I think there's still a lot of that miscellaneous stuff in there. Yeah, that's a broken pop riveter, a wheel for a bench grinder I no longer have. I use these things when I was working on cars, doing body work on cars with power windows. You could plug these in. I had one for just about every car. I had one of these for just about every car I worked on. And you could hook them up to a jumper box and switch them around and make the window go up or down with the door off the car. I thought it was a little bit brilliant. So also have that on the bottom. 1/4-inch bits, specials, Allen wrenches, 3/8 drive metric, 1/4-inch drive wobble extensions. Basically that drawer's metric tools, and then the air tools. And the bottom tool, or the bottom drawer there that you see in this section, was just a catch-all. Anything that didn't fit anyplace else that it didn't have room for. And then of course the bottom is just bulk storage. I kept my spray guns in there, my DA sanders, manuals, whatever I didn't have room for anywhere else in the box. So what I didn't do, and this is a mistake I made, if you're AR like me, and you're OCD about your tools, which I am, you have your box laid out. Not like I have it laid out, but you have all your drawers identified. And for the record, that was not identified for me. That was so if somebody would use my tools, they knew where to find stuff, but not so much where to find it, where to put it back when they were done, which this little area right here, and then I had this drawer here, or side thing that I painted to match this on the side of the box, and that's where most of the tools, because they had no problem taking them out of the drawers when people would use my tools, the guys I was working with, but they couldn't seem to find. I didn't know where it went. They said, well, you found it in the first place, put it back where you got it. But that was too much to ask. So anyhow, what the mistake I made, sorry, when I transferred my tools from this box to this box, this is a Kobalt box. I like it. The only thing it doesn't have the soft close. You have to actually push them to get them to, stay closed so they don't pop out when you're rolling your box around, whatever. But for $500, I'm not complaining. I really like this box. It's bigger than my other box. It will have room for all my tools. It has this nice area on the top for things, and I'm still not organized. But there's the rapid charger for my Kobalt cordless tools. I got stuff plugged in here, USB cables, charging cables for my phone and whatever else, and miscellaneous stuff. I keep my work gloves up there, my rubber gloves for when I'm working on something greasy and messy. So what I should have done when I was moving the tools from this box, dramatic entrance of my hand from the side, to this box, again, dramatic entrance of my hand, this box, voila, was to try and keep basically the same layout as this box. The thing that I always prided myself on with this box, it's not much to look at, but it held all the tools I own. So you could come up to me and ask me, and it didn't matter where I was, but if you needed to get a tool out of my box, if I had it, I knew exactly in this box where it was. I could tell you which drawer it was in. I could tell you which compartment it was in. Like this drawer has 3 compartments. So over here I had pliers. In here I had miscellaneous pliers, true arc pliers, stuff like that, snap ring pliers, and my files and punches were over here. I could tell you which compartment it was in the drawer. That one closes hard. It was in this drawer. This was my 3/8 drive SAE sockets. This was, oh, now see, I've forgotten already. My 1/4-inch drive set was in here. In the front, I had a 3/8 drive universal set. What was in the front? I had other miscellaneous stuff in the back, but you just asked me in my box where something was, and I could tell you. This was screwdrivers and panel poppers and stuff like that. Torx drive bits I had in, or Torx drivers I had in here. I knew where it was. That was my point. I knew where everything in this box was. You could ask me anything. If it was in this box, I could tell you exactly where to find it with precision. So in this box, I'm not there yet. So that's why I'm saying at this point, what I should have done is followed this layout on this box where things were. Now I realize up here I have single drawers. Over here I have double drawers. Down here I have single drawers. Down there I have single drawers. I have more drawers in this box. It goes all the way to the bottom where I had a compartment on this. So what I'm going to be doing in the next little while, don't know how long it's going to take me, but I will get there, is I'm going to go back and reorganize this box the same way basically that this box was organized, with the exception that in this box I will be incorporating my new tools. So on to the new tools. Nothing new in there except this. I bought this to do an oil change on a friend's car. Didn't have this one, needed it to do it. That's all my 1/2-inch drive and impact stuff in here. Old stuff. So this is a drawer I put my new Kobalt screwdrivers and Torx drivers, and of course, what toolbox is complete without a church key? Yeah, I'm born and raised in Pennsylvania, in Berks County, so this is not a bottle opener, this is a church key. Don't know why they call it that. I've heard it called that all my life. So, anyhow, I like the Kobalt screwdrivers. I like the overmold, the grip. Sorry, I like the overmold, the grip, the combination, the hard, the fact that, you know, you have this identification on the back for size. Not that you need it. I mean, if you work on cars, you know what size screwdriver you need. Got this set at Lowe's towards the beginning of the holidays, so got it on sale. I don't remember. I think it might have been like 20 bucks for that set. This I bought last year on sale. I think this might have been, I don't even remember. It doesn't matter. So there. These are my old pliers. Now in the back you'll see I bought this years ago, this set. They're hobby pliers. I used to build electric RC helicopters, and these were perfect for that because they were small, they were nimble, and they are very high quality. I did manage to damage one of them. I don't remember what it was. I went back over to Lowe's. They didn't have the same set that I got. The set I had, I don't remember how many were in it, but they had the newer set, the newer edition of it. And I just took all of mine back, and they gave me the new set, which I think had 3 more pieces in it, and they just, no questions asked, just swapped it out. So I was very pleased about that. I questioned them. I said, "Are you sure you want to do that?" They said, "Yes, we can do that." It's like, okie dokie. So the rest of the box is still unorganized. I'm in the process of, you know, this is all my original tools. I have some SK over here. These I got at Harbor Freight, and I've never broken any of these. I actually have 2 sets of these, and I don't think I paid over $10 for either set. The reason I have 2 is guys would use them and not return them, or I did leave a socket or 2 in a car over the years, so I would, you know, rather than just, you can't replace them one at a time. And a new set was 10 bucks, so I just got a new set, so I have 2 sets of these. The other set, the original set of this, I lost the ratchet. This is one of those that you push to release and connect. So the socket, you can't shake the socket off, it won't fall off. Not sure I like it because I always forget I'm using it, and I'm trying to take the socket off and remember I have to hit the button. This is another parts store tool. I bought these one year for, I think I bought like 6 of them, and I gave them out as Christmas gifts to the guys I worked with in the garage. Most of the guys still have them. This is a high tooth count. I don't know if it's 90, and you can hear it, but it's a 1/4 inch on one side. Well, that's 3/8. The other side's 1/4 inch. It has one reverse lever on it. It's kind of weird because when you're on 1/4 inch, it reverses different backwards. So anyhow, really handy, stubby, high tooth count head in it. Don't know if it's a 90, but it is a high tooth count. Thing's been bulletproof, indestructible. Anyhow, enough of my old stuff. That's not why I'm making this video. I'm making this for the new stuff. So after the holidays, I went over to Lowe's and I bought, see if it'll focus, this set. This was a 227 piece set for 99 bucks, and it came in this case. Now, the thing you got to keep in mind when you buy sets like this is they're going to push a lot of little stuff in here to get the tool count up, you know, to make it more appealing, and it was. They did the metric, no, the SAE and the metric Allen keys. They threw this little thing in here, which is kind of nice, and the nice thing about this is these will lock into the 1/4 inch impact drive. Love this thing. I think I might be getting another one. They're on sale right now over at Lowe's for $99. It comes with the tool bag, the charger, and the battery for 99 bucks. And the reason I'd get a second one is this one stays in the garage, and this one stays in the garage, and I'd like to have one in the house. They're so handy to have around the house for doing different projects. They make drill bits for these, so you don't need a drill and this. You can get away with just this tool. So all these tools laying here on the bench did not come in this set, just, to be clear. So in this set, I'm going to stand this up and close the lid, because without the drawers in it, it tips over and falls, and I don't want that. There, sorry. So anyhow, it comes with, looks like it comes with 3 drawers, but it actually comes with 4 drawers. The top, there's actually a tray that goes in the top there. So let me move some things around here. These are all Kobalt tools, by the way. So I got this set last year, the T Allen keys. I haven't used it a lot. I have used some of them. They're handy. You have your short end and your long end. These are not the ball type ends. They're just a straight cut on both. I'm not sure that, the ball end is nice if you're in a tight spot and you need to get some pressure on it. It can let you go at the head with a little bit of an angle. So this is the top tray, and I can put my hand on this way this time. As you can see, these are all 90-tooth ratchets. This is a 1/4 inch. I like them. I like the grips. They're very snap-on-ish. And even the 1/2 inch drive. So, and for the most part, this stuff stays in here. Now, this stuff is eventually going to find permanent home in the big box, and I'll get rid of this stuff. But it came with a 1/4 inch driver, came with all these little bits for this, but you need to use a socket on this to hold these, and I don't know that they're magnetic. Also came with this, which is pretty nice nut driver style handle. You can use this handle for the ones in the top section. And of course, this is the other little cheesy stuff that they sent. The red, the red is SAE. So I was backwards on the Allen keys. Alright, so these are the small SAE wrenches. These are the thin stamped ones. But honestly, if you're turning a nut this small, this wrench is going to be fine. You're not going to break it on fasteners as small as these are used for. But this is another thing that they throw in these kits to get the tool count up. So this is the top tray that sets in. This tray here with the Kobalt vice grips and adjustables. So I got this adjustable set before the holidays. They had it on sale. They had a bunch of stuff on sale before the holidays. These are, I don't know where they're made. I don't know who makes them. They have the Kobalt name on them. See? But these are very good adjustable wrenches. There's not a lot of play in them. There's not a lot of play in them. Plus, they have the scale on the side. Now this is metric. So when we get a new guy, there's an inch scale on this side. So we used to joke with the new guys in the shop. We'd send them, get me the metric adjustable wrench. Anybody that knows tools knows that there's no such thing as a metric adjustable wrench. Oh, wait, let me get the light right. Look, there's a metric adjustable wrench. Sort of. And then, of course, the Kobalt vice grips. You can never have too many vice grips. But the thing I like about these vice grips is the overmolding. It's soft where it needs to be soft. It's hard where it needs to be hard. And these are really, really good vice grips. I've gotten some use out of these. You can see the teeth. Sorry, the teeth are very well defined, nice and grippy. I haven't put any wear on them yet. I mean, you know, they will eventually. They all do, no matter how good. I even bought a set of Irwins years ago because Irwin was the name in vice grips, and even those, the teeth eventually will flatten out and you'll lose your grip, and it's time to get new ones. And then the small alligator style. Excellent quality. I'm really happy with the Kobalt tools. And this, of course, is the bottom drawer in this set, which is empty, which I feel is kind of a ripoff. Why put an empty drawer in a tool set like this? But they did. So I guess if you're going to take something like this to the junkyard to, you know, pull parts, salvage yard, whatever, you can put, you know, fasteners in the bottom, miscellaneous tools, a small hammer and a pry bar, whatever that you need to take with you to the salvage yard. The thing I don't like is these drawers are a little bit on the tough side to get them in and out. But I guess you don't want them sliding out when you're going down the road, so that's a good thing. So these are the other two drawers that came. I won't say they came full of tools. They didn't come full of tools. All the tools in this kit, in this set, were in bags in the bottom drawer, and you had to unbag everything and, you know, put it in its proper place in the drawers. So these are a mix of metric and standard, 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive, and they're all kind of randomly in here. But the thing that they're not in random, they're in order, obviously. But I mean, there's some like 1/2 inch in here. These are a mix of 3/8 and 1/4 inch, or maybe these are maybe from here up, I think, are all 1/4 inch. But the thing that got me about this set was they gave you 6-point and 12-point. I'm not a big fan of 12-point sockets. There's only 1 or 2 places, rare occasions, that you need a 12-point socket. On the Bumble Jeep over here, though, you do. You need a 13 millimeter to do the wheel bearings on the front of this. It has to be a 12-point. That's okay. A lot of companies use 12-point sockets on drive shafts. So I guess it's okay to have them, but you don't need all those sizes. So, and this is, you know, a mix of the 3/8 and the 1/2 inch metric and standard. Now, the only criticism I have on this whole toolkit, aside from the little tiny filler stuff to get the tool count up, is the identification on these sockets. Now, in good light, you can see them. Oh, and it also has 16 millimeters in here, and I have yet to see a metric set. This is the first time I've ever seen a metric set of sockets with a 16 millimeter, which is good. I like it. But anyhow, yeah, the identification, the etching on these, there it is. See, now you can see it good in the camera, but this is the type of thing that will wear off over time. It's a electro etch, acid etch. They take a stencil, they dip a little sponge in an acid, and they shoot an electrical charge through it, and it like burns the very surface of the socket and makes that, you know, puts the identification on there. That will wear off over time, and I can prove it. Now those were Kobalts. I'll show you over here in my my Pittsburgh tools. There they go. Nope. No. Yes, these. This is my second set of Pittsburgh stuff. Okay, this is one that I use a lot. Now this one, you can see this is actually stamped. The other set that I have, let's see if I can find it. Okay, these. This is just a set of Pittsburgh, and you can see the ones that I use a lot: 12 millimeter, 10 millimeter. The etching is almost completely gone. 8 millimeter I use a lot. Apparently 9. And I like this set because this has the 12 in it. These sets do not have the 12 in. They go 11 to 13. And then this set goes from 4 millimeter to 13 millimeter, while this set goes from 5 millimeter to 14 millimeter. And I got to start looking at the camera and not at the thing. But yeah, so etched identification on the sockets is going to wear off over time. So anyhow, this is another set of Kobalt pliers that I got. I like them. They're very comfortable instead of regular steel handles. And the thing, even channel locks. Now I have a lot of channel I've had a lot of channel locks over the years, and they have the plastic dip handles. Back to the new box. They have the plastic dipped handles like these. Okay, now these hold up probably about the best, and this is a smooth, shiny plasti dip on these. I did have a set of Craftsman years ago, and I don't know if I still... Yes, this is a Craftsman pliers, and this had the Craftsman version of the plasti dip on the handles, as you can see, which is long gone. I bought the whole set. I bought, it came with the pliers, medium and large, or small and medium, channel locks, dikes, lineman pliers, and needle nose. 2 sizes of needle nose, I think, and I don't remember what it was. It was maybe $25–30 for that set. Every single one of them, the black textured rubber that they put on these comes off. Now the new overmolding that a lot of the companies are going to on pliers seems like it's going to be more durable. Not only that, it's more comfortable. It's easier to work with. And I mean, you're working with stuff all day long. You want them to be comfortable. Absolutely. So overall, I'm really, really happy with this stuff that I got from Lowe's. Try and get this one back in here. Yeah, they don't. There we go. And I probably knocked everything out of the drawer. So, all right, let's move on to the last of the Kobalt tools that have been sitting out here. So, I needed a new tape measure. I had to order this one online. They didn't have it in the store when I went over. They had the 25 and the 30. They didn't have the 35. So I ordered this one in. They shipped it to the store and they picked it up. It took it 2 days. It's super wide, and I don't know what the extension is on it before, the brake extension. It's nice bright yellow. It's easy to read. It's got some heft to it. It's got the belt clip on it. It's got the lock. Yeah, try and get it centered in there. Got the lock that holds it out. Really, overall good quality. And again, it's got the rubber molded into it, so it's going to survive some drops. Don't know how many. Don't want to put it to the test. This is a little set of I think I picked this up for like $10. It's just a neat little 1/4-inch drive set. Torx bits, security Torx bits, some Allens. There's a little thing for this is a little adapter for the 1/4-inch drive sockets that are in here. So, nice little set. Okay, so let's look at the cordless tools. Why Kobalt cordless? This is what got me hooked on the whole thing. About 6 or 7 years ago, maybe longer, maybe 8 years now, I got the 18-volt cordless tools from Kobalt. And I did some shopping around. I looked at all the other brands. I looked at DeWalt. I looked at Craftsman. I looked at Makita, Milwaukee. I don't know. All of them that were out there. I looked at Porter Cable. I looked at Black & Decker. Why did I settle on these? Or why did I settle on the Kobalt tools? Now, I don't have those anymore. I passed those on to one of the students here who needed some cordless tools, and I had already replaced them, and it was basically this set right here, a 1/2 inch drive drill and a 1/4 inch impact driver. The reason I replaced them, that set came with both tools. It came with 2 batteries. It came with the charger. And I got it for, I think it was $139, the original price for all of that. Now, it didn't come with a bag back then. I don't think a lot of places, a lot of the manufacturers were shipping their cordless tools in bags. It would have been nice. I probably wouldn't have used it anyhow. The batteries were getting old, and I couldn't replace them. The only way you could get the 18-volt batteries for the Kobalt, the platform preceding this one, was order them in from Europe, and it just wasn't very cost effective. So I decided the 24-volt was out. They were brushless. They still had the same warranty, 5 on the tool, 3 on the battery. Now, one thing that has changed since I bought all of these, when I bought all of these tools, I didn't buy them all at the same time. These are the first 2 I bought, because those are the ones I use the most. Then I bought this. And after I bought this, I was going to get the 3/8 impact like this one. And I looked at them, and they had this one on sale. This is another 1/2 inch impact. They had this on sale for, I think it was $79 for the bare tool. I already had 2 chargers. I already had many batteries. I had bought extra batteries. And the battery platform on this, that was the other reason. So the battery platform on the Kobalt tools was the best price point per amp hour of any of the cordless tools. So it was a combination of the price, the warranty, both on the tool and the battery, and the overall quality. I mean, look at these. I mean, they're dirty. They're used. I've used them. It's a good quality tool. I hear guys comparing weights with them, and the batteries on some of these tools are too heavy and all that other nonsense. And at the end of the day, when you're using it all day, you're going to be tired. If you're tired at the end of the day from hefting a cordless tool, you need to spend some more time in the gym. Just my personal feeling on that. So the other reason I went with this is a 1/2 inch full-size impact, 650 foot-pounds of torque. Pound-feet, foot-pounds. I like foot-pounds better. I hear the Brits and the Europeans say pound-feet or Newton meters. So they can say Newton meters, but they don't say meters Newton. Interesting. Anyhow, this is the second highest, the second most powerful